I've played exactly 200 hours on this map, and I'm going to give a base tour of what I have achieved in 200 hours. So join me on my tour. First of all, let's go back to where everything started, in that I spawned over in that direction, over there, just past that building, and I worked my way down to sea level, coming this way, and when I got to here, I realized I was on the sort of terrain that most people avoid like the plague when it comes to building, which is this terrain where you have sort of flat bits or water bits, but then you have these upstanding outcrops of rock and earth. It's exceptionally difficult to traverse. But I got to here, and there is natural rock formation here, and this natural cave surrounded this little pond. And I instantly knew that if I could block off this small entrance here, it was only 4 wide, I would be able to have a little bit of security. That isn't to say that the drifters didn't come down from above, but I did have some security here, more than I would have elsewhere. And the other thing that was almost like a symbol is that in this gap here, I found a rusty gear. It was meant to be. So I immediately envisaged building round the U shape that was the top of this area, and that's what I started to do. Over in this direction, I had another area that was mostly water when I started, and I have gradually extended out so that we now have this large farm. Through here, I have not developed yet. I have a fruit tree up on the hillside, and we have not got this sorted out yet. But you can see from here that the building that started as just the top of the hillside has now extended and extended and extended. So this farm, by the way, is very, very efficient. And if you look at the climate, it is 3 degrees at the moment. I am growing flax, and it's November. My initial pit kilns were easy to sort out over here, where they wouldn't set anything on fire. The front of the building has this protruding room, and it goes down to this beautiful casement window. The pond was here anyway. I have moved some of the new plants into it. I am collecting seashells, but not many. So coming into this build, you can see that we have a kitchen area here with the new ceramic pots. I have an oven, a marble table, and a fruit press. Over here is where we make leather, and then the cellar is in here, where I already have some pots saved up for the winter, and we are collecting all the different pots. I have meat in salt and honey. I have not found halite, which is a real problem, but I do have the meat. Through here is work in progress. This is going to be a room. Now I use teleporters, so I have a big hall full of teleporters, and through here another hall full of teleporters. Again, this side is work in progress. This side is a little bit more complete. So that is our ground floor, apart from the fact that as well as the farm here, we have a very good bee section over here, which seems to be absolutely thriving. It's not giving me the... Here we go, growing cabbage. Nutrient levels 11 out of 12. we are. So if we progress upstairs, these are the casement windows we saw from outside. This is a little area on my raised staircase that I'm trying to make look attractive. And through here, again, work in progress, is a storage room. And this really is work in progress. You can see that I am in the process of building this, and this will be built out this way, which is great. So this storage room is on this sort of half level, and you can see that around the area I have got fancy pots, so that we look out over here onto the little staircase, which I think is very nice. Coming through here, this is the area I absolutely love. It is the balcony, and it was always intended to be this sort of colonial balcony surrounding this downstairs bit. And then through here is my forge, again a splendid area for me. I have never had a forge that works so well. We have a quenching pool that also doubles as a panning pool. We have various minerals. We have a fireplace, of course, and then we have helve hammers, automated, of course. Through here, this is work in progress. This is going to be an armory, and you can see the sort of terrain I'm building in. And when I first came here, I noticed there were bees above. It was another sign, and I'm not prepared to destroy that bee's nest. So we have a glass roof there. So this is, again, me continually building. Through here, we have my bedroom with my shoes, of course. Look at the green boots. I've collected various things from various places. We have banners, and we have a balcony in the bedroom. And if we go up here, we come to my library. Now the library has a patio, and this patio is absolutely gorgeous, and it's overlooking that staircase I showed you. So we have a patio here, a workshop here, we have books, we have lots of maps to discover. So this library is work in progress, but we do have a lot of nice collections already. We have a table that needs turning round, and we have a rainbow of banners, which I am very, very pleased about. The elk was the first painting I got. We go up again where we have an attic floor, which is here. This is where we are starting a mineral collection, and where we are collecting various cases. And I have one of these beautiful, beautiful chests that I like a lot. I am using the inactive locust nest as a table. We've collected green tables, and also I have a collection of bonsai trees. It is not yet complete, but we are enjoying having it. And the best place for a parrot is with the greenery. So we are collecting bonsai trees. Going down again. As well as a fully automated windmill and helve hammer, we have a pulverizer and a quern here. So they run off this area here. And outside we've expanded even further. We have pigs. I have just harvested the adults, so we have a whole area full of tiny piglets, but they are very, very useful. Through here we have our magnificent elk, who is going to stick his head in the wall. And in here we have various things that attach to the elk, such as saddlebags, ceramics, copper forks, a hay bed, and of course our bone flute. Right, I haven't named the elk yet. I don't know what to name him. Coming out here, I have a brick kiln. Oh, look at the moon on the water. Oh my word. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm in 1.21.0 pre-3 as I record this. Isn't that fantastic? So out here I am trying to grow fruit trees and have had an immense amount of death so far. The brick kiln is absolutely beautiful, this beehive kiln, and I have partnered it with a ceramic workshop. This is somewhere where I can sit and clay form, and you will see that I have done 4 firings of different coloured ceramics. So I have all these different coloured ceramics, and this area works brilliantly. It is just slightly negative. That's okay. It's not enough to cause a problem unless you were there for a long period of time. This is our lovely lily pond. We have lights at the bottom of it in the different ceramics. The lilies obviously don't look great at this time of year. And to add to all the magic, on the horizon, just above my cursor, is our witch. And she sits there brooding over us, which I find absolutely splendid. All these little tea lights are stopping the monsters from spawning. They're not great lights, but if you have enough of them, they do the job. So that is all fantastic. So we have an elk with all the accoutrements. Oh, look at the sunlight, the moonlit sea. And then down here, if we go out the back, you will have seen that I have a raft. Over there, and that of course was the first thing I built. We have berry bushes, we have fruit trees over there, 2 of them so far. But the other thing we have, oh my word, look at that, is a boat. Let's go and look at our boat. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we've just gone through a solar eclipse. So coming around here, I have a boat, and as well as a boat, I have the beginnings of a boat dock. I have a figurehead, and I have a shield mounted. We've got a lantern on the boat, so this is in a pretty good state. I've already got pumpkins, and as I said, I am trying to grow fruit trees all over the space. Not many fruit trees survive. So the front of the house is in reasonable good condition, but this area up here is the work in progress. I have explored many ruins. We run with the BetterRuins mod here, which is why I have so many little luxuries around the place. I collect banners, and we have all the banners, hence a rainbow of banners. But I also collect plants and flowers. And my collection of plants and flowers is missing things. Red rafflesia. We do not have the Edelweiss yet. We are missing some of the lupins. So this all needs fleshing out a little bit. We do have a mass of crotons. I haven't yet worked out what I've got and what I haven't. So this is where we are at the moment, with the back part over here being work in progress. But you can already see on this patio, this is where we will have our collection of mushrooms, or the beginnings of it, and this is the view to which we are heading. and this is work in progress. Oh, hello. Let's just get rid of you. I don't have steel yet, but I have iron. I have chain iron. I have meteoric iron, and I have chain iron here. So we have a lot of iron. So that is where we are so far. The one thing I'm short on is I don't have many tapestries. But apart from that, I think we are doing pretty well. So the next steps are to complete this building and to complete my exploration of the 1.21. Some other aspects of this world at the moment are that with regard to the quest set up by the developers that starts at the Resonance Archive, I have completed the Resonance Archive, I have completed the Lazaret, and I have the location of the village, but I haven't yet travelled there because the new update 1.21 dropped, and I didn't want to generate any more land until that was a little bit more stable. I'm running 4 mods. I'm running the 2 that I have always run, which is StepUp and Carry On. I can't run the skin customization mod that I've been using because it's not yet upgraded to 1.21. But I'm also running for the first time in any map the BetterRuins map, and that explains why I have so much treasure around. I think the last thing to do is to go into creative. Oh, I didn't put the slash in, there we go. And I would like to show you my house from the outside and to fly around. And you can see, oh, I hope I don't get hit by lightning up here. This is how I've built the house around this little cove. So the cove is in there and my house is built on the hillside around it. We have surrounded the cove with house, and I've actually elevated it, and we started building on this elevated floor at level 120 to keep me clear of the drifters. Coming round here, you can see that I have built with the terrain and with the trees. Just go a bit further away. So this face of the house I'm very happy with, because we have a beautiful window down here on the staircase, and then we come into an area which has this nice terrace. We've got an office in there and then a very pretty window at the top. The tower for the windmills is unfinished. Because we have such a cold area here, we have a covered walkway, and down here you can see that we have utilised leaded glass that we have found. This is the farm here, and the bee skeps are here. But this face, I think, is looking good. Yes, we have wolves. And then on the top, for the first time ever, I have used see-through glass in this conservatory. It gives a bit of a patchy look with that combination. It's nicer inside than out. So I think that side is looking quite good. Over here, we have the area where we have the kiln, we have the ceramic studio, and we have the barn, which looks okay. Where we're working is at the back of the house. This side here does not look too special. It needs more walnut to give it a bit more depth. It looks too flat, but that's work in progress. This area is definitely work in progress because I'm building around the trees, and of course this area is going to be work in progress. So you can see that at 200 hours we have a fully formed building at the front. Everything is working. We have, you know, a very, very comfortable place to live. Oh, look. And we have wolves. Look at this one. It's obviously heading round here to come and bother me. But that's okay. We have a fully equipped elk and a fully equipped boat, and I think a really, really pretty place to live. But not is it just pretty. It is remarkably comfortable. The other thing I have, of course, let's go back to game mode 1, is I have found 4 translocators. I've only got 2 up and running at the moment. I do have the ability to get at least one other one going, but I'm on this update of 1.21 pre-3, which is seriously flaky, so I don't want to set any more going. You can see on the map that we have covered vast areas. We have done a lot of exploration, enjoyed ourselves thoroughly, and down here was the trip to the lazaret and where this took us. So we found all sorts of lovely things en route, and you can see that over here the lazaret is on a different map, different section of the map. The village is over here, and we've got an abandoned mine. I'm really pleased with my progress on this map. I am pleased with how far I've come. I'm pleased with the way I've built my house. I built it organically. I'm very pleased with some of the new things we've tried out, like the wattle and daub that you can see in the walls. So I am pretty much in love with this map, and I hope to continue with it for at least another 100 hours. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like, consider subscribing to me. Goodbye, my friends.